Testing microphone. Hello. Hi everyone. Thank you for joining. Give me one sec. I'm trying to. My body's trying to figure out if it's gonna get sick or not from dinner, which was definitely not vegan, by the way. But anyways, oh god, I wish I had a way to make this not so bright. We're doing the Anna the Vegan Challenge. Christ almighty, I can't talk. I'm looking at a document and it's like a flashbang. Alright, let's get right into it because this is kind of important. Because the challenge does require you to sort of record everything. We're gonna go over the challenge here real quick on this document here. So if you don't know what the Anna the Vegan Challenge is, it's for a tournament that was set up by the Long Dark Challenges website, community, whatever you want to call it. It was featured on the podcast 2 weeks ago and has since started. We can actually go to the website. Anna the Vegan, asthmatic vegan pacifist Anna treks from Desolation Point to Sundered Pass, relying only on her uncle's camera to, I think it's supposed to say, prove her worth. Oh boy. Well, good thing that's muted. Yeah, I think I'm gonna turn off the sound commands for this. Yeah, I think we're gonna turn off the sound commands for this. And good thing that was muted too. So relying on her uncle's camera to prove her worth. I think that's what it's supposed to say. There's a lot. Some of this isn't like too important. If you want to read through it, that's fine. But this part right here is important. She suffers from violent asthma, making every open fire a dangerous strain on her lungs. Furthermore, her strict pacifism and severe meat allergy mean she cannot hunt, fish, or consume any food products found on the island. Now, when this podcast episode was airing, I wasn't fully available. I was busy. So I didn't really catch any additional details. But I think I heard that you could cook a fish just to get the lantern fuel from it. And that you can make fires in a closed pit, a closed, fire system, whatever you want to call it. It specifically says not allowed to use campfires or fire barrels. But does that mean that the potbelly? I think the potbelly stoves are fine because I was watching Kirk's video on it, and he was using the potbelly stoves. I'm not sure about fireplaces. I think that's basically the same thing as a campfire / fire barrel. So I'm assuming only the potbelly stoves are safe to use, and there's not that many of them, so we got to keep that in mind. So we can't use those open fires essentially because our character Anna that we're role playing as is asthmatic. So the fumes from that could trigger a reaction. We also can't use torches or flares, which is unfortunate. So fighting wolves is going to be very difficult. We'll go over the food part in a bit. No killing of any animals. This includes wolves dying from struggles. So we cannot kill anything. If it's already dead, that's great, but also we can't use meat anyways, so that's fine. One thing I wanted to check. Hammer. Huh? Heavy hammer. Can this kill? I'm not sure if it can. Because I think what the hammer does is that it breaks morale. Oh. It doesn't. Hold on. Oh, it might be under this struggle. I'm not entirely sure. Here we go. Damage. Yeah, the hammer does do damage. Ah, I see. So it scares them. Versus this, which causes bleeding. We don't want to puncture or slash. And we don't want to strike them either from gunshots. We want to scare them, but I think there's still a really good chance that you could kill the wolf somehow. I don't know. I'm kind of scared of that. So there's no puncture bleed out from this, but you could still accidentally kill them with the hammer, I think. Even the pry bar too. So we've got to be extra careful. Maybe someone will correct me on this, but we'll see. So I'm probably going to avoid using the hammer. But obviously I'll bring a pry bar because that will have a use. Okay. No killing of animals. Stats have to be clean. No kills. Nothing whatsoever. So I gotta be extra careful if I use noisemakers, which I don't think that'll happen. I gotta be careful not to make sure not to hit any rabbits or ptarmigans. Let me catch up on the chat here. Welcome Becca, Caden, Castle, Daniel, Francois here as well. And Off Color Studios, welcome. How are you doing? Thank you for joining. Wait. Oh, I think that's Kirk. Kirk, wrong account. That's Kirk's. That's literally word for word Kirk's first message in chat. I think that's Kirk. Oh no. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Clean stats. No kills. Could use 3 feats. We are in Stalker, by the way. Right there. Kirk, since you're here, you can clarify this. Since I can't use fire barrels and campfires, can I use this? I can use the potbelly stove, right? What about fireplaces? Are those okay as well? Let me know. I don't think I need a clarification on the hammer. I'm just not even gonna bother because I don't want to risk it. No saves coming, no mods. 3 feats. We start in Desolation Point. The run ends 4 days after entering Thunder Pass. So another clarification, Kirk. Does that mean I can spend as much time as I want beforehand? Before entering Thunder Pass? Essentially, I have no limit before going to Thunder Pass. No fireplaces. Okay, so only the potbelly. Accelerant contains dangerous fumes, so no accelerant. You have to play as Astrid, and no cheating death. Okay, I think that the rest of all of that is pretty self-explanatory. So we can make anything with acorns. Now, this challenge isn't strictly a morally vegan challenge. It is vegan for the sake of health, because Anna is allergic to meat, so she should not be consuming any meat products. So they make exception for things with honey in it, like the granola bar. So the granola bar is fine because it has no meat products in it. But it still has honey, so it's not technically vegan. Airline meal vegetarian. I don't think this is vegan. I think it has cheeses in it, doesn't it? Oh, actually, never mind. Frozen bits of broccoli and something that resembles mashed potatoes is visible. For some reason, I thought this had cheese in it. But the mashed potatoes might have milk. The chances of us finding one is not high, so that's probably fine. Airline meal vegetarian, I don't think is vegan. I don't think it's safe from animal products because of the mashed potatoes. But that's fine. We're gonna just follow what the rules have, but I just want to mention that the vegetarian meal technically isn't vegan potentially because of the mashed potatoes. It might have milk, and it does specify it's vegetarian. It would probably say vegan if it was actually vegan, but I don't think it is. Another thing on here. Where was it? Ketchup chips. So I did a vegan challenge a while ago, like I think 2 years ago, and we had to look this one up because this is one of the few foods that doesn't have the ingredients on the model. So I had to look up real life ketchup chips or just chips in general, potato chips. Most of them have milk in it. So we did not allow this during my vegan challenge because of the potential of milk. But that being said, these are the official foods allowed, so we're just gonna do what the challenge tells us to do. So we can have the ketchup chips in the vegetarian meal, even though they might not be vegan. So yeah, we can have, the fruits and veggies in the canned form. Obviously, we can't have the pork and beans because there's pork in it. Tomato soup's fine. All the natural food ingredients like mushrooms, rose hips are fine. Carrots are fine. Potatoes are fine. Energy drinks are fine. The sodas are fine. Any recipes that obviously don't have meat are fine. Porridge, bannocks, pancakes, all that is fine. So I think I've got all that figured out and stored safely in my head. So we can go ahead and start on this. Bellamy, welcome. New challenge, yay. Yeah, this is a tournament challenge, actually. Was used for ease, not accuracy. Got it, that makes sense. Yeah, Zach's the one that came up with this list, technically, in one of his videos. I figured out that the dome means head. Yeah, we're not even going to bother with the hammer. I'll just have the pry bar and a bunch of stims, bandages, and antiseptic and pray to COD. But I don't think the pry bar... ooh. The pry bar could kill. There's always that potential. Anyways, let me delete some things I don't need. Uh-oh. Ignore those. We are in Stalker. No custom settings. We don't want to change anything. Desolation point. So now I'm thinking in my head we have to play female. Any 3 feats. Okay. I watched Kirk's video. I didn't see what feats you took, Kirk. But I did remember you mentioning something about calories. Food is going to be a problem here because we are very limited on what we can consume. I'm going to be honest. This one kind of seems like it might be helpful, especially when we use stims after an animal struggle. Like, say we have to just kind of tank the struggle because we can't kill the animal. I might have to use a stim. This would last longer. It's tempting, but there's probably better options. Burn fewer calories while sprinting. Absolutely. Consume 10% fewer calories in general. Also great. Cold fusion's always great, but we're on Stalker, and we're not like... Oh, this is fucking muted, isn't it? Oops. That's fine. Not a huge deal. We're not even in yet. Yeah, cold fusion's always great, but we're in Stalker. I'm not too concerned about temperature because we started in a coastal area. Pry bar can kill. Oh my god, please stop. Okay, so we're gonna be tanking a lot of wolf struggles. Got it. So we're starting in a coastal area. It's not gonna be as cold, but we are gonna be going up to Sunny Pass. I think what I'm gonna focus on to start might depend on where I spawn. If I spawn at the entrance to Desolation Point, I think we're gonna have to focus on food right away. Hold on, I just confused myself. Super effective. No, that's not what I meant to say. If I start at the entrance to Desolation Point, which is a spawn point, I think, I'm just going to leave Desolation Point right away. I'm going to just book it to Coastal. But if I spawn over towards, say, the Rickian or by the church, then I'll loot a little bit of Desolation Point. But I want to focus on food because I want to take a little detour through Pleasant Valley, which honestly might be deadly. But I want to take a little detour because there are some good clothing spawns in Pleasant Valley. You have the plane crash, which might be risky with the wolves. There's a lot of them up there. But you can kind of avoid a lot of them if you take the route you take in Wintermute when you come down with Gwen, the NPC. So I could hit up the plane crash. I could also hit up Signal Hill and Molly's farm. They both have really good clothing spawns, especially Signal Hill. I think that would cover the bases when it comes to temperature. Coastal Highway will also have a lot of good clothing. It might not be the best clothing, but it'll have clothing. So I think I'm going to do without cold fusion. We're going to focus on calories. We're kind of limited when it comes to starting fires. We can only start fires in potbelly stoves. Can we make fires in the 6-slot stoves? I think they're the same. It's the same concept. It's like a ventilated stove, and it's fully enclosed. I think that's fine, right? I think the potbelly with the single slot and then the big 6-slot stove is fine. Everything else, because it's an open fire, is not allowed. This one's tempting. Run a little faster, or not run a little faster. Sprinting's just more efficient, I guess. The recharge on that. I'm also tempted about grabbing this. Then there's this. I don't want to turn off cabin fever in the custom settings and then potentially get disqualified, but I don't think that's going to be an issue. I'm just like concerned about cabin fever. I think we're going to grab the stamina bar, Snow Walker. Okay. I don't think we'll even play long enough to get the Cougar in. We'll just leave everything in. That's fine. Anna, vegan. 1, because that's a tempt 1. Any enclosed stove. Okay. So yeah, 6-slot is fine. 1 slot's potbelly is fine as well. Anyone done a winter death challenge yet? I have no idea what that is. Sounds and voice music. Oh, only music. Interesting. Oh, it's nighttime? Oh no. Okay. I'm not next to the moose, am I? No, it's over there. Okay, this is certainly an interesting start. So let me get to the ship then. Since we can't use animal products, does that mean I have to drop leather? What about wool? I don't know why I would need that, but we might have to scare some wolves. I have mega sad news to report. Oh no, what happened? Okay, we gotta drop that. I'm assuming they don't really care about the fact that some clothing is made of wool. When I did my vegan challenge, fleece and wool could not be worn. So if it was in the name of the clothing item or the description, it was out of bounds. I could not use it. Now, denim was an exception because it doesn't specify it's made of any animal products like wool, even though denim is wool, I believe. We made an exception because it didn't specify it in the name or description. But like this technically is made of nylon, but it has leather in it. I don't think they're going that far. I don't think they care. I did in my challenge. It was rough. I think we started in the ZOC so that I can get the rubber shoes, the miner's boots. That's how far I went with my vegan challenge. It was very strict, with very few exceptions. I'm gonna apologize to everyone right away because this is gonna be dark for a little bit. Turn on my HUD. Hopefully contextual HUD's not a huge issue. Alright. Decent find for now. I think it might just be better for me to go upstairs. You can't use safe house in here though. There's something in the way. Oh right. This is a Can I use the matches? Is this fine? Fine. Denim's usually cotton. Okay, never mind. Then I was mistaken. You have to delete all your Wintermute runs due to an old bug. That's not a huge issue. Wintermute saves. I mean, you I don't know what to say. Castle, but I'm sorry though. I think you mentioned this in the video, Kirk. Can I use this to see the matches? Yes, on matches. Okay. Yeah, I remember you mentioned someone doing this and they had to use matches to get through a mine. Okay, we're just gonna go to bed for a little bit, or at least past time. It's impossible to see in here. And there's no safe house, so I can't really, you know, see in any way. Grab those. The flask might be helpful right off the bat. So we definitely need to find a lantern. Like ASAP. I was wondering, can I... Okay, so again, can I use leather, Kirk? I know technically you're not, oh, perfect! Oh, good condition too, not great on the oil, but that's fine. That's food I can eat. Oh yeah, any food that I spawned with that I can't eat? Oh, I didn't spawn with anything. Oh right, you don't spawn with anything, I'm dumb. This is Stalker. Ooh, nice. Gotta drop that. No accelerant, no torches, matches. Or no torches, no flares. No meat. This is gonna be hard because I am a loot goblin at heart. Okay, well I've got some more fuel, which is great. Yeah, no torches, no flares, no accelerant, no meat products. No animal products, technically. Which is why I'm questioning the use of leather. Because if I can make crampons, that would actually be helpful. That would be awesome. I chose Astrid, right? Oh, thank goodness. I also... Okay, so I remember in my vegan challenge, this was very highly contested. Coal. A lot of people think that this is made of dinosaurs. But I think that's a myth. I think it's mostly plant material. So if it was made of dinosaurs, technically not vegan, but also... There are no more dinosaurs around? I don't know. I don't recall it saying anything about clothing or leather. But it does say animal products, which is what I'm thinking might void the challenge. Yeah, it doesn't mention anything about clothing. Her strict pacifism and severe meat allergy means she cannot hunt, fish, or consume. Okay. It specifically says consume animal products. So I don't think leather is going to void the challenge. So I can make crampons. I might try to do that. In fact, I can probably make it over in Hibernia. We don't need that much coal. We're going to need bandages, we're going to need antiseptic, and that's probably because of the wolf struggles we're going to have to deal with. I'm not going to have time to do any reading whatsoever. Thank you, kid, and I appreciate it. Yeah, I remember that was highly contested during my vegan challenge, like, I think that was 2 years ago or something like that. It was 10 days as a vegan challenge. I wonder if that predates Dunn's Can You Lope series, but technically that wasn't a Interloper series. My version of it. Interloper as a vegan probably would be hell, but I'm sure Dunn would be up for the task. I am not. I can barely get past, like, what, day 20 on Interloper? I need to go back and see what happened at the end of my interloper, but the previous iteration. Or how many days I was at, I don't remember. We can't use that stuff. So I think flare guns are fine. Guns are also fine, but you can't kill, obviously. You can only scare. I'm gonna try to make crampons over in Hibernia. I guess I don't need to make them in Hibernia. I'm trying to think. There might be decent food in Hibernia. Does he find a piece of gold in the Long Dark? What does it do? It does nothing. Oh no, Lumpy. Lumpy's here. Gold does nothing, to my disappointment. Because I thought gold was going to be used for the trader. But in fact, it is for nothing. It's just a collectible. So we can't use the flares from this pepper cache. This memento cache. But we can use the flare gun ammo from it. Well, that's enough scrap metal. So I think the rules specify you cannot consume animal products. That's a lot of wolves. We're gonna do avoid Hibernia then. I think might just have to cut our losses. I think you mentioned in your video, you can fish to get oil, and that's it. Well, I might as well do some beach combing. I think we're just gonna have to get to the lighthouse. Unfortunately, can't get to Hibernia, even though there's probably gonna be a good amount of oil in there, and I would love to grab that, but we can't. I don't know why the trader would want gold. The trader's a weirdo to begin with. I thought Lumpy was your love. Not in Stalker. In Pilgrim, maybe. Well, yeah, the Hibernia has a good amount of food in there that might be vegan. But there's too many wolves. We have to avoid wolves at all costs. Drop that and take this instead. I'll have to warm up over in the lighthouse. Oh, hello, little fish that I probably can't take. But if I'm allowed to cook fish just to get the fuel, then I'm gonna do it if I ever find a fish. This is why I would like the crampons. Too bad there's no crafting bench up there. Where does that Lumpy live? I don't even know where it's going. When the trader was just an idea, well, the original thought was you got to pay him somehow, and gold was the idea. Yeah, that was my idea for how the trader worked, but that's not how Hinterland did it. I'm gonna be honest, I think I'd rather have the gold as the tradable, as the trading currency, essentially. Okay, let me go around this side. Because I think the boat's up ahead on the right. I think they have some loot. I think I remember seeing peaches in them. Just no wolves. That'd be great. This is interesting to watch someone how someone else attempts this. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. I will definitely be watching the rest of yours when you upload it, because that was kind of refreshing. I also want to watch your Outer Loper series that you just started recently. I labeled this as attempt 1 because it's possible that we fail. It's always possible. take a few more matches. Couldn't hurt. Nothing. Nothing. Alright, no wolves, please. Funny. We got a burdock here by the looks of it, I think. Please. Ankle. Okay. That's food. Sutherland is not weird. He's just a cool guy with overpriced stuff. Yeah, true. But he's also a little weird. Definitely not right in the head. He's hacking his big ass, not going through the thin ice. Yeah. The weak ice mechanic really doesn't make sense, does it? When a bear can walk over said weak ice. And it's not a problem for Sutherland when he comes to visit. Need to grab Rosips. I'm trying to think. There is a Potbelly stove here, so we can use this. There's only one in Coastal Highway, and it's not Quonset Garage. It's gonna be the abandoned lookout tower. So we can't really do any cooking until we get to a Potbelly. So our next stove would be the abandoned lookout in Coastal Highway. So we gotta be very careful. We gotta plan our movements so that we. Ooh, it's not warm enough in here. So that I have access to stoves when I need them. Tis a bit cold in here. Okay, good. There we go. I'm hoping I can get the revolver because you can scare wolves with that by shooting at them. Alternatively, sometimes they get a little brave and they will charge you. Which hopefully doesn't happen. Oh yeah, you're right. I'm dumb. The fishing huts. I keep forgetting about that. Those are all free game. Yeah, that would be good because then we can make bannocks and pancakes. Although we're gonna have to get to level 1, level 2. So maybe I do get the what's it called? The cooking level upgraded as soon as I can. So I'll grab those books if I see any. Was it 2? It was 2. Alright. Oh, cabin fever, how I dread your impending doom. It'll get here eventually. Okay, we gotta be careful. We don't have a ton of food here. A lot of this food might be unusable. Okay, we can have that. We can have that. Cannot have that. Cannot have that. We will have the camera eventually, so I'll bring some film. Ooh, we can have this, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's on the list, and it's vegan. The recipe card here we don't need because we can't eat. Vegan for the challenge, but not actually vegan. That's fine. No worries. Not a huge deal. Probably don't need that. Ooh, great. Ooh, also great. Ooh, that's not a half decent find right there. Or that's a half decent find right there. That's what I meant to say. Let's fix her up when we get our selling kit. I think I will carry this because actually no, we're gonna be very nomadic in this series, so never mind. We might backtrack a bit, but I don't know how much. I think for the photos, which I totally forgot to mention at the beginning, this is technically also a photography challenge in a way. Don't know if I'll need that for crafting. There are 3 photo categories you can enter for this. Yeah, we don't really need it, but I'll hold on to it. One is about like the best photo involving animals. One is about like the scene, the view, you know, like the vista that you're looking at, whatever, like the environment. And then the other is about safe house customization and whether if you can build a nice base or not. And then all that has to be captured in photo form, obviously, with the camera. Shut your ass up. And there are rewards for those for winning them. I will not be going for the safe house one because I am not creative enough to create something that's safe house worthy, like to show off and submit for the tournament. What the hell? Okay, well. Oh, I don't think they care about this. Odds are that there's nothing in there. See? That's fine. It's a free container. Got auto-generated by the game because of the safe house breaking the game. Yeah, that's better. Harvest that. So I will submit a photo for the animal one and the vista, whatever you want to call it. I don't know why I harvest with those gloves. Harvesting, honestly, most of the time it's not worth it. I will submit for those other 2. They have rewards to them, like subscribers and bits, which are Twitch only. So we'll see how that works for YouTube. I wonder if they'll figure out an alternative, but I'm not really too concerned about that. I didn't mean to drop that. I meant to break it. I'm not too concerned about the reward. I just want to do this because it sounds like fun. That really bothers me. That table... Oh, it's like that on both sides. How... Is that intentional or... Whatever. Anyways. Bleak Lunar, welcome. How are you doing? Anyone know if the photos need to be taken inside pass? I don't think it specifies. It says you can leave, but once you enter, you have 4 days to finish the challenge. That's about it. That's all I remember seeing. 4 cougars in Mountain Town and 1 is smack dab in the middle of town. How do you have 4 cougars in Mountain Town? Aren't there only 3 cougar spots? Hello? Oh, we need water. Good thing we can use the stove. We can't use the torch method. Okay. Okay. Can't use accelerant. I think I have an accelerant on me. So I can see the little pop-up. And then from Bleak Lunar, just saw the Toasty posted a new video. Super excited, by the way. I appreciate that. Sorry, I'm not able to watch streams. No worries, that's fine. That's not a huge deal. I appreciate you coming in though. Whenever you can, especially. Okay. Hopefully there were no restrictions on this, but... Oh, I think the thing that's popping up is the gasoline. So I can't use this as an accelerant, I think. I'm not sure. Maybe... I don't know. That's fine. Alright. I definitely don't want to take this with me, though. Too heavy. Oh, sorry. Too heavy. That one was pretty bad. Well, I'm already thirsty, so I might as well just reduce my thirst even further. Oh, that might get me sick. Oh, thank you. I don't have any antibiotics. That could have been bad. Ooh, I guess I have one right there. Let's just top myself off here. Alright, hey. a whole thing of peanut butter and 2 bags of chips. Just get some water for tonight and tomorrow morning, because I think we're gonna probably stay here for the night and then progress in the morning. So I think I'm just gonna loot the church, the entrance to the mine, the one that goes from here to Hibernia, and then get out of here. I think I'm gonna skip Katie's secluded corner as well, because right now I'm more focused on food. I will focus on shit. I will focus on water. I will focus on clothing when I get to Pleasant Valley, because there's no limit to how long I take for this challenge. There's a time limit once you get to Sunny Pass. So I am assuming that I could just spend, you know, as much time as I want doing everything else, like focusing on collecting food and crafting, you know, helpful things, finding better clothing. There's no limit to that as far as I can tell. But once we get to Sunny Pass, we do need to focus on that photography portion of the challenge, which is why I want to have plenty of food when I get there, and also good clothing. Okay, I'm already fully rested. What if it's possible you can see 2 cougars at once, like 2 spawns? I think someone has mentioned that maybe in the Discord, I don't remember. That you can absolutely have multiple cougars next to each other. Even though it's technically supposed to be 1 cougar, but it's somehow magically appearing in multiple spots. The logic for the cougar is so bad, in my opinion. What were they thinking with Cougar 2.0? Honestly, I'd be happy if they just ripped it out of the game and just removed the cougar entirely. I just don't think it works in any form. I don't think you can gamify an apex predator like that. At least both attempts that they've tried doing it have failed pretty spectacularly, in my opinion. It's the worst part of the expansion. I would rather them just remove it from the game and just forget about the idea of an apex predator in this game. I mean, they could always try again in Black Frost, but I'd rather they just not. I think the problem is that the game's code and infrastructure is very limited. They're very limited on how they make their AI, because they just never went for anything more robust, more advanced. Everything is basically just like a slight variation of the wolf, with the, you know, a couple behavior changes as the only difference. Hello, little bunny. Text Interline, step over Cougar 3.0, move on to Cougar 5. No, we don't need Cougar 3.0 or 5.0. We just don't need a cougar. No cougar, please. I'll take matches because you can just use those. If I'm in a pinch and I need more, what's it called? I guess I don't need anything from here. If I need, if I'm running out of fuel for my lantern and I don't have any other light sources, which is the case for this challenge, I can just use the matches. Although I won't carry too many. Just a couple boxes and packets, whatever you want to call them. If I can get the burdock spawns here or the ones over in Coastal, that'd be great. Hello, dear. But there's a patch of burdock spawns right here. Unfortunately, did not find any. I hope that wolf isn't like in my way. I don't know why I'm walking as if like we're an interloper. I can run. Oh yeah, fun fact. You should totally watch Kirk's video. He uploaded it yesterday for this challenge. But Kirk showed me something new that I didn't know about. Ooh, lucky day. Wolves can get into the church. They can walk in from this entrance. But you can go watch Kirk's video and see his perspective for when he first learned that wolves can walk in here. It's crazy. Alright, let me reload. Reloading! Again, we only have it because it's going to be a deterrent. We're not going to shoot any wolves. We're just going to scare them. You can scare them from a distance with this thing. If they're already charging you and you try to scare them, it might not end well. They might charge you. Can't use that. I don't need that book. Yeah, they can absolutely get in here, by the way. Ooh, perfect. We need that. I gotta be careful, because there absolutely can be a wolf up ahead. It was an interesting surprise. Yeah, I too was like, I had to leave a comment on that because I also was learning while you were learning. I don't think I need feathers or anything. Because we can use animal products for crafting, for clothing. We can't consume it. So that begs the question. Can I harvest, like, animal carcasses that were already previously dead and make animal clothing out of it? I feel like maybe that's a gray area that would need some clarification. Drop this. This is heavy. Some clarification from the tournament runners, people that wrote the rules. But I feel like that would be fair because they didn't specify it in the rules. It just says you cannot consume animal products. So I could technically grab the hides and guts from carcasses that are already dead, the ones that spawn in, and make clothing. Hello, Nadia. Welcome. You didn't, but not sure. Yeah. I think the rules are only for meat, like consuming meat and fish and technically milk from the condensed milk. It's for food specifically. The reason why Anna is vegan is because she has a meat an allergy to meat, but that also extends to other animal products consumed. Let me make sure I'm not picking up anything I shouldn't. Okay, we got some extra fuel. Yeah, accelerants are off limits. We gotta be careful about that. Oh, Kita's sleeping? Kita's cute. Kita's adorable. Alright, that's it. I'm not going to go through the rest of this. There's no point. You didn't pay attention to the Anna episode? Shame on you. Shame on you. Alright, let's get out of here. I think today's goal will be to try to get to Pleasant Valley, but you know me with trying to plan out my trip for a whole stream. For the 3 hours that I'm doing this. It almost always never works out the way I want it to. Trying to keep an ear out for wolves. They could be creeping around the corner. Because I was busy during that time. I was not available to do proper moderation, which would require me to listen. Did I not say that earlier? Listen, Kirk isn't paying me, and he's here. He knows that. I don't know if they can get all the way up here. I'm not entirely sure. Let's grab all the antiseptic, because we're probably going to have to tank some wolf struggles while smacking them with the pry bar. We'll need more tinder. Have a few pieces of tinder at the very least. More than a few, because we're on level 1 fire starting. You were in hardcore lag fest? That's gotta be you, not me. I'm not seeing any errors on my end. Okay, we should be mostly in the clear. Let me just grab these. Sus? Too bad there's no sound commands today. We're not doing those specifically because this is a challenge I will be submitting, and I don't want them to watch this and then there's just a bunch of random sound effects playing. Oh, why am I taking books? Pick the one. It was on the one. Yeah, I don't want a bunch of sound effects playing in the middle of this and then the tournament runners have to review this. So I will drop these, because these are ass. They're called crotches for a reason. Kitty is heavy, though? Oh, that's adorable. This will help me warm up a bit. She's loaf. She's loafing right now. Kitty's not kitty. Kitty is loaf. Also, I'm really glad hold on, I should probably double check. No, we're good. I did not open up the modded version of the Long Dark by accident. I just learned how you can mod. It's very easy, actually. Even though I've done it once before, I just did not remember. But I have the mods running on a separate instance of the game. I'm gonna keep pestering Kirk to make a video on that until he does it. But get on it, Kirk. But it's super simple, and I also, again, I appreciate you showing me how to do it. Thank you. We should probably go, because we have limited fuel. I really don't want to carry a bunch of extra. Especially not a jerry can. There's that low condition fry bar. Why don't you get on it, sir? Because I don't make those type of videos. That instead. I could make this here, but again, light source, limited fuel. Nope, can't take that. Is this a vegan run? Yeah, that's what the... Hold on, I was about to say something mean, but never mind. Yeah, the challenge is, it's a vegan challenge. Yeah. I don't think it matters much. That's not going to really protect me from anything. Technically, this is better. I just need to fix it. We'll fix it later. Maybe find something better. I don't know. Actually, nope. Just put this on for now. We're not going to spend a whole ton of time fixing things. I'll probably find something better later. When I find the good clothing, that's when I'll fix things. I just don't have a sewing kit right now. So I think I'm going to try to get to the town site and try to loot up so that I can get, at the very least, a cooking pot so I can make porridge. A skillet would be great, but we don't necessarily need a skillet right away. Because obviously we need to level up first. But also, I just don't think pancakes are worth it, so we can make pancakes without the skillet. The only thing we would need the skillet for is for... See what I mean? Gosh darn it. We would only need it for pies, which we can only make 2 of them at the moment. If I fully fix it, it would be 1 degree. This is only half. But again, that's not really the best option right now. So I don't think I need a skillet. I just need a cooking pot, maybe another thing of oats if I can find one. And then just any other food I can find in the town site that's vegan. And check for clothing too. I think from there, actually we might not even get to the town. Because this happened in Kirk's Run, I think. Actually, you were saying you were intentionally avoiding the town site because of wolves. Because there's a lot of wolves in that area. So I might approach it to see if it's possible, but I'm gonna be honest, it might not happen. But the goal is to loot the town site. That'd be great. But it's gonna be very difficult. Worst case scenario, I do what you did in your video and loot the islands. Maybe loot the fishing huts area. And the log site. Logging site. Oh shit. Okay. This is not good. It's made its presence known, at least. Ooh, it could scare it. Hold on. Kitty left. My legs are free. Yay! See, if you're too far away, shooting won't scare it. I don't know where it is. Okay. There's multiple. Okay. Don't run this way. This turn is kind of dangerous, so. This area actually is pretty dangerous too. Okay. Oh, please tell me I brought my bedroll. Oh, thank God. Does vegan challenge affect clothing? No, it's specifically for food. But there's another component to it. The character that we're role-playing as, Anna, is also asthmatic. So, we can't use, like, open fire... What do you want to call them? Container systems? Like an open fire campfire, a fireplace, fire barrels, because the fumes would cause an asthma attack. And flares and torches are also off limit because it would do the same thing. And accelerant is also off limits. So we can't use certain things that would cause, an asthma attack. This is very much a role-playing challenge. Not hardcore role-playing, but we're role-playing as a specific character with specific characteristics at the very least that affects our ability to do certain things. This is a decent pair of pants, but there's better, right? No, actually, I think this is like middle ground. Can I fix it? No. I need a sewing kit still. I haven't found one. Yeah, I'll fix this in the urban parka, but I need to get to shelter. And we are running out of daylight. When I did a vegan challenge like 2-ish years ago, I was much more strict. It was a much more hardcore vegan challenge. To the point where I couldn't wear like not cotton. I could wear cotton. I couldn't wear clothing made of wool or fleece. We couldn't use leather clothing either, which that accounts for like most of it, like half of the clothing at the very least. I don't know why I'm checking that. Okay, we got antibiotics. Of course, there's the regular food, component to being a vegan. But we went a step further and verified everything, like anything with honey in it was off limits, obviously. And we had to check the ketchup chips because there's no ingredients listed on it. The model, for some reason, doesn't show it in the game, but everything else does. And a real-life ketchup chip most likely has milk in it, so that was not vegan. So we had to do away with that. That was not allowed. I went really hardcore with my vegan challenge. I kind of want to do it again now. This is inspiring me to try it again. And maybe do it in Interloper. We can try that out at some point. But keep it as strict as I did last time. Coal is fine. I know there was a lot of a lot of arguments over that. But again, as I think Caden brought up earlier, it is basically just plant material. It's not actually just made up of dinosaurs. But also, I think our idea of veganism, the dinosaurs, you know, it doesn't really... It's like two different realities, I'm trying to say. Like oil and coal, by vegan standards, they're not vegan, at least not oil. I don't even think oil is made of... You know what I mean. I don't think oil is made of dinosaurs either. I think it's all just a myth. But like, time-wise time-wise standards, you know, like geologic time, who gives a crap? Just use the coal and use the oil. It's fine. That was the one thing I made an exception to because we were all arguing over... Not arguing, you know, discussing whether if it was a valid use item. Yeah, you can't use accelerant either because of the fumes. I'm assuming that also applies to gasoline in the form of accelerant. Because you can use... That's Rabbit Grove. We're not doing that one. You can use gas, or lantern fuel, for accelerant. We really won't be needing saplings. We're not going to be making a bow. We're not going to be making a travois. We're not going to be trading with the trader, so there's no point making a sapling, or getting saplings. Ooh, look at that. 270 calories, 75 calories each. That's a pretty good find. Yeah, it makes sense because it's an animal product. The idea is to not rely on animals in any way, whether if it's for food, directly or indirectly, in the form of honey or milk or cheese. Well, that comes from milk. You know what I mean. But cheese also requires other animal products besides milk. I think it's like a compound that's found in the stomach of cows to make the cheese. I don't know how that... I don't know how we figured that out. That if you take a compound that's found in the stomach of cows and throw that into milk and start heating it up and stirring it, it forms cheese. Someone had to be really drunk to figure that out. But then also someone would have had to figure out about fermenting. But I'm going to be honest, a lot of these discoveries are probably mistakes. I think that's what happened with yogurt. It must have been the case for a lot of things, like fermenting and turning one thing into another, food-wise. I don't know, we can loot these two houses. We'll get some clothing and some food here, but the town site might be a problem. So we're gonna have to maybe skip on that. I would love to, because there's gonna be a lot of food, but I think we're gonna have to be very strategic here and maybe cut our losses on that, on the food, on the town site. So salt is vegan, believe it or not, but I will not be taking it. Not vegan. Even though it says musical fruit. Ooh, less sodium. Nice. Oh, it's got pork in it. Darn. I'm gonna be honest though, it probably doesn't have any actual meat in it. It's probably just like tiny little morsels of bacon and bacon grease. That's probably all that's in there. We're talking about Great Bear Island here. This is the bottom of the barrel in terms of food right here. They're scraping the bottom. the quality of these food items probably meets the bare minimum standards. So I can't imagine there's a lot of actual pork in it, but because if it has any pork in it, for someone with a meat allergy like Anna, can't have it. It's deadly. Ooh, we got really lucky with the Koken. Look at that. Look at that. Hey, can I get a sewing kit game, please? Someone cooking milk and dropped the something else in it, the new product made. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Again, like I mentioned, I feel like whoever discovered that had to be really drunk. Okay. This is worse, but it would be better if I could find a sewing kit. Hey, how's it going? Fecal matter isn't dangerous, right? Well, again, we're taking it from the tank, so I think we're fine. We're a little over encumbered, but maybe because we're tired? Okay, that's it. So we're done here. Oh, no, we've got the front of the house, which might not have anything worthwhile. I'll hold on to these pants and try to fix them. Dog food was probably more nutritious than the people food. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. That sounds about right. It probably was. Ninja bear! Ninja bear! That was a lumpy. That's why I walked. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? It was right there. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. Nope, we're gonna wait till morning. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We don't have the protection to deal with that. Damn, do I really not have a sewing kit? Fuck. Okay, well. Yeah, we're gonna stay here because I am not leaving because there's a bear outside. I don't trust that it's gone, even though I reloaded the world. Make all this. Normally I do 3 and 3 of everything, medicine-wise. Ever since I did the Cougar Challenge, I knew I had to do like 5 accelerant, 5 bandages. We're probably gonna need a lot. Or like 10 of each. Mostly because of the fact that we will probably tank some struggles along the way. Yeah, we'll hold on to everything for now. Yeah, all the materials that I have for the crampons is kind of weighing me down, including the toolbox. Do I even need that? I don't even think I need that for the crampons, right? Does it tell you in here that you need a toolbox? Oh, it would show it here, right? Tool, yeah, okay. I don't know if crampons even need that. Ah, yeah. Oh, that cuts it in half. Okay, then we do need it. But once we make this, I can't think of another clothing or another item to craft, so I think we're probably good. I don't think I'm too worried about that right now. Let me eat these peaches because they're kind of heavy. Fishing line, yeah, fishing line hook. If I find them, if I can get to the town side, that'd be great because Kwanzaa will probably have one of those, or at least part of it. We're on stock, so we do need to sleep and take a break in the middle of the night for water. Oh god. No, they didn't get mega reduced. I'm just really RNG. It's really bad RNG. Don't mind me. Just having a midnight soda. Love me a midnight soda. Especially with sugar and caffeine in it. The fishing huts will probably have a line and a hook. Oh, I didn't even think about the auroras. So we will need a flashlight. Yeah, that did not cross my mind once. Possibility of an aurora. But I will not be traveling at night. As usual. Because why would I do that? I'm not doing any trades right now. No Choco Bar. I'm so scared. I don't know where the bear is. This fog's not going to be helpful, though. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know why I'm grabbing all these mushrooms. Because we're very limited on when we can cook in general because of the fire. So I would need a lot of fuel and, you know, the appropriate type of cooking stove, essentially, to make these into tea. Which we got plenty here, but in other regions, there's probably only going to be one. If I think about it, in Pleasant Valley, there's, I think, 2. It's the 2 6-slot stoves, and that's it. I think. No, there's a potbelly stove up by, what's his face's name? Joplin's bunker, the legacy bunker. All right, let's make our approach. Yeah, there's a potbelly stove in there. I think there's another potbelly stove in those ruined houses on the way up to the pepper catch. But it's on the road. If you take the road. Yeah, but now I'm thinking about Mystery Lake. Mystery Lake has a couple of them. Muskeg has 1. The Forge technically is fine, right? It's basically just a bigger potbelly stove. It's fully ventilated and everything. It's enclosed. I think that's fair game. You know what? I'll check. Oh, okay. That wolf just spawned in. Ninja wolf. Yeah, in this region we have plenty because of the fishing huts. But we're going to be very limited in other regions. Broken Railroad, we have 1. The hunting lodge. And that's it. This is probably entirely way too many. I think that's fine for now. I should probably repair all my stuff. Like repair the guns, or the guns. Repair the gun, repair my knife, and of course clothing. Yeah, the ninja animals is kind of annoying. Oh, I love this headwind. Great. Occasionally want to like look away to maybe see if another ninja wolf spawns in. Oh no, not hyperthermia. Sorry, hypothermia. Hello, deer. Actually, this is good. The deer may help me figure out if there's an animal over there. Oh, wolf. I wonder how many people that are doing the tournament actually risked it to go over here. Because I know you didn't, Kirk, right? You didn't come to the town site? Alright, this is how we find out there's wolves. We're in the clear. All right. Let's hang out here and craft. Drop the tools when we're done with them. And look at that. Perfect. Plenty of those. We got plenty of food here. This is the jackpot of vegan food. A surprising amount of the food in the game is already vegan, technically. You just gotta be careful about the honey if you're going like pure vegan. Yeah, honey. A couple of these snack items do have honey in it. But a surprising amount of the food in the game is vegan. Like, normally tomato soup, I think some have, like, creams in it. But the one in the game is pure tomato, apparently, and salt. I can't imagine that being very tasty, though. I'm gonna be honest, not without some seasonings. Like, basil. Or something like that. You skipped it. Got it, yeah. Oh, great. Didn't need it after all. Any line? Any hooks? Darn you. What's that doing in there? Nope. Can't take that. Here, let's drop that so we can fill this up with the jerry can. Ooh, I need to go to the bathroom. This is great because I also do want to grab a drink. So let me take a quick little ad break and I'll go to the bathroom and I'll be right back. Alright? Enjoy the ad or don't. Doesn't matter to me. Just let it play, please. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Ooh, I really need to go to the bathroom. But now I'm cold. Oh, I think my LaCroix is frozen solid. Oh no. Oh no. This is an unfortunate mess that I'm making. And this is getting submitted to the tournament runners. They're gonna see this. How embarrassing. It's like frozen solid, but some of it is leaking through the top. I made a huge mess. Took our fun away. Jess is in the house. Yeah, I'm sorry. There's no sound commands today. Not for this. I'm sorry. Dude, I've made a mistake. I need to put those inside too. Okay, it seems to have stopped erupting. Holy crap, what a mess I made. I should have just grabbed the regular frozen water. Oh, it's still leaking now. Okay. Ooh, that was no, it's just for today, just for this challenge. While we're doing Anna the Vegan, because I'm submitting this to people that don't know my channel, I don't want them hearing a bunch of fucking sound effects playing. Christ, it's just for now. The next stream, well, actually, technically the next stream won't have them either because it's a dev stream. Anyways, stop freaking out. Okay. Oh, I guess I don't need this. Am I tired? No, we can just craft right now. Crampons. What's the blue box by our names? Blue box. I don't see that on my end, so I have no idea what you're talking about. You've never noticed it till now? Oh. I'm assuming you guys have iPhones. I don't see it because I'm on Google Pixel. Sucks to be me, I guess. Or, depending on how you look at it, sucks to be you guys. Oh, I've got too much water. That's definitely weighing me down. Yeah, it might be because of the fact I'm on Pixel that I can't see what you're saying. Because I don't know what you're talking about. Nadia, I don't make the rules for what it means to be vegan. I don't know. Yeah, I understand that it's like not harmful, especially since you can do it in a safe and peaceful way, so that you don't harm the bees. But I'm not the one that makes up the rules, so I can't help you there. I can't explain why it doesn't make sense. I don't have any lines, so I can't make a tackle. Oh, never mind. Idiot. Alright, let's see how many times this fails. Can't save scum. We gotta remember that. Normally I would save scum when sewing clothing. Because it fails like that. Right on schedule. Okay. Fix that one. Then we'll fix this. And now I need more cloth. Yeah, share a picture of what you're seeing, because I have no idea what you're seeing. Crampons. Oh, it does provide some protection. Okay. Okay, not doing too bad. Only in our second region. We got a Coke and sweater very early on. Very lucky. Very lucky find. No. I was gonna break that apart, but that's fine. That's fine. Oh, you had to feed Kitty? Well, I'm hoping Kitty enjoyed it. Yeah, we don't need rifle bullets. We don't need the rifle. With the revolver, we are fine. We can scare all the scareable animals away. The only other thing we would need is a flare gun to scare bears, and I think just the bears. I don't think you can scare moose with the flare gun. I don't think you can scare moose with anything. A moose isn't necessarily a death sentence, but it's something we need to avoid at all costs. Boy, you know me. I love searching through cabinets and drawers like that. Oh, and there's more. Lucky me. Love this. Why no rifle? Because we can't hunt animals, so what's the point of the rifle? The only reason why we would need a gun for this challenge is to scare off wolves. We have that in the form of the revolver, which is much lighter. So we don't need the rifle. Okay, why am I chumbered? Is it the water? It's probably the water. It's probably the water. Let's clean the revolver. Let's sharpen our knife. So we can drop those repair kits as soon as possible. Yeah, and because part of that water is frozen, it kind of ruins the flavor a little bit. Flare gun scare moo-moos? Okay. Are you sure about that? Can someone else confirm that? Oh my god. Hinterland, please, for the love of God, fix this. Hey, now that I got mods running, I could do the loan development. And other mods, I guess. Maybe there's a mod that fixes this. Hopefully. But now that I have mods set up, I can play the loan development, and I will probably do that eventually. I think we'll finish the Anna the Vegan challenge, obviously, and maybe get a little more progress in the Great Bear challenge as well. She wants Cheetos with her meal. Rocks scare Moo Moo too? I don't think it scares them. I think it just catches their attention. Bad news, Hinterland said this is coming back in Black Frost. See, if they just, like, you know, added a little quality of life to this so that you didn't have to click a button every, you know, X% every use, that'd be great. Also, the sound effects, I can hear them on the inside of my skull. And I feel like this takes way too much time somehow. It's only 11% each. Yeah, 11 minutes each use. They do scare moo-moos? Okay. Good to know. I will be carrying plenty of moo-moos. Plenty of moo-moo scares. I guess I could also use noisemakers, but noisemakers, I run the risk of accidentally killing a rabbit or something like that. We don't want to do that. No, I didn't mean to drop that. This is a much more tolerable sound. The food fucking raw challenge? Yeah. Yeah. The Chef Ramsay's gonna kick our ass challenge, basically. Okay, done with that. What else? We can do all that. Okay. Get rid of the sodas. I think I figured out that it's just not worth the weight. The calories that they contain is just, and the water amount just isn't worth it. They're great to supplement your water supply, but I'm not going to carry a bunch of them. I'd rather just carry water. Yeah, I should probably watch Zach's videos. I'll probably learn a lot of things I didn't know. Okay. This might be entirely way too much film. We only need to take 2 pictures technically. We'd probably take a couple extras just in case I want to, you know, choose one or the other later on when I submit this. Okay. Oh, you know what? We have all these sticks. I don't even need them. Oh wait, let me take 2 of those. Turn them into tinder. Oh, held for review. I was wondering why that went away. Now, why did it hide that one? Is it because of the word naked? Strange. Damn you, Nightbot. Or YouTube. I don't know. It's one or the other. Okay, there we go. It seems like it's fine now. Bedtime! Yep, still frozen solid. I get the feeling that when that fully thaws, it's gonna be mostly water and no LaCroix flavoring whatsoever. Okay, what is keeping me weighed down? Okay, we got well fed now. We're good, but like still. It might be because this and that. This is a lot of water. You got that. We have extra meds, technically. I should probably use these at some point. I think we're fine now. Was that everything? I need to maybe keep an eye out for stims. That's not a stim. There was a stim spawn over in Hibernia. Did not get a chance to loot that, unfortunately, because of the stupid wolves. What's the wilderness challenge? We were supposed to get to Sunder Pass and get the camera, and then I actually don't know if you need to actually take camera photos, but there's 3 challenges. Ooh, I might have to do all 3 of them. That might be a requirement. So I might have to do the safe house one. But then take pictures for 3 different photography categories, I think. And I think that's it. So I could just submit Garbo for that category. I was considering maybe not even doing it, but I might have to. It might be a requirement. No thank you. But there's one about animals. There's one like about nature, like the environment and whatever vista you can find. And then the last one is about safe house, building a player home essentially with safe house, whether if you build stuff or not, which I don't want to, so I might just cheese that one so that I at least have a valid submission. But I can't imagine they'll disqualify you if you don't submit, unless that is part of the whole challenge. It's part of the point, because each of those categories has their own, has a different reward. Oh shit, reload. Alright, we need to find a cooking pot before we can leave. More food would be great. Better clothes would be great. I also need cloth. But we really can't spend a million years here. We gotta move on. I would like to at least get to Pleasant Valley today. The goal for Pleasant Valley, that's not a cooking pot, but close enough, is to... That's edible. Get, I think we'll probably skip the plane. That seems like a large detour that might not be necessary. Go to Molly's house and Signal Hill, because they have good clothing spawns in them. We can get an expedition parka or military coat or combat pants or something like that. Snow pants even, in those locations, I think. Actually, I don't know about Molly's house. I don't think it has what I'm talking about at all. Okay, I gotta stop picking up water and sodas. I guess I'll just eat them for now. Drink them, whatever. Yeah, let's limit the amount of canned goods I have. Let's eat those first. We still gotta follow the general rule advice about calorie density. But the plain house sodas, I think I'm good on sodas. I'm actively over encumbered because I have too many sodas. Well, not at the moment, but I was earlier. Too many sodas. Grape Nuts here, welcome. How are you doing? Thank you for joining. I'm actively leaving it. I'm actively leaving it behind. That's a choice I'm making. Too many sodas. No cooking pot, though. Ooh, good socks. I need cloth. Eat soda? I don't... You can't eat soda, but you can drink it. If I drink all these sodas I find, I'm gonna find a new affliction, and it's gonna be called diabetes. It's a previously unknown affliction in this game. Consume too many sodas. Soda life. Oh my god. Am I about to have a riot in the chat because I'm dropping a soda? Nope, no water. Boo, embrace the sodas. No! Too many sodas. Doing good, big chilling. How's the run? Not that bad so far. It's just I was struggling a bit with over encumbrance, but we're good now with well fed. We've successfully avoided all the wolves that we've encountered, but we are stuck in Wolf Central right now in the town site. I'm a little concerned we might get we'll have some difficulty getting out of here. But I'm trying to look for a cooking pot so I can make porridge and then cook, you know, teas. I guess I can do that in cans, but it's more efficient in the cooking pot. So I just need the cooking pot and then we can just get out of here. Belcher's passed from all the soda? Oh no. No, don't say that. You would be the first person to get it? Yeah. The in-game affliction diabetes? Yeah, I probably would be. Excuse me? Yeah, we did have a ninja bear appear right in front of me. Like, literally within enrage distance, but I got lucky because I was in an unreachable spot. It could not get to me, technically. Alright, I think we're good on clothing for now. Shoes could use some repair. There is that piece of leather left behind, so I can grab that. I keep forgetting to walk out crouched. There was a house. There's two of them over here. Let me check them out. I'm just gonna do that. Nothing. I don't even think that scares deer. I'm not even sure. You'll get heartburn from sodas. Yeah, I'll get something burned from sodas. My arteries. What am I doing? Oh, actually, yeah. We need to do that because cooking pots can spawn in the containers. Little cow, which you can't eat. Not vegan. Oh, there's the cooking pot. I don't know why I didn't just look to the right. Also, why am I checking the freezer? Or the stove? It's the loot goblin tendencies, I tell you. I have an addiction. It's not good. I need to see a doctor about it. I just matched a level 5 revolver and the rest of my stats are below 2. Damn. That's some revolver dedication. Clothing? Alright, I'll check the other houses for clothing very, very quickly. Very briefly. Didn't I just repair this? Oh, it's better than that. See, I almost feel like you shouldn't be able to wear a second set of what's it called? A second hat, because my face is uncovered. I feel like I should still have frostbite from that alone. Like that second head slot should be for either a balaclava or a scarf. But no, it lets you wear two hats. Oof, archery level 5. Yikes. Good luck with that. My eyes! Why is it so bright? Don't think there's anything else here I need. Oh, let me carry one of these. That's 4 tinder right there in one item. It's the weight of 2 tinder, but it carries 4, technically. Loot goblins wants to come out in me just from watching someone not take all the available loot. Yeah, it does hurt me quite a bit to have to leave things behind. It does. Indeed hurt. Alright. Just checking for clothing. And that's it. If there's a food item in reach, like I don't have to look in the container, I'll grab it. Yuck. Potato. That's it, okay. Just here for clothing. Just here for clothing. I can't believe I found a Kowakin over by the cottages. That's crazy. By the entrance to Desolation Point. In one of those houses. That's a crazy find. Especially early. No. Alright. Mark this one off the list. I'm not checking it twice, because I'm not Santa Claus. Choco bar? Damn it. Choco bar? Damn it. Choco bar. Damn it. Nothing. I'll get one day. I have actually gotten it on stream multiple times. I don't know what I'm talking about. So there's that house and that house. Let's wrap things up here. Oh, we're gonna go uphill, I think. That's over there, okay. We'll go uphill that way. I kind of want to get up to the watchtower. Because that'll have a safe-to-use stove. Yes, it does. It has a potbelly in it. Yeah. We can make all the teas there. And warm ourselves up as well. You know, I haven't seen that very, very elusive... I think it was burdock tea? No, not burdock tea. It was, what's the one in the purple cup? I think that's burdock tea, right? Or is that birch bark? No, birch bark is the gray one. I might be colorblind in my head. It was a purple teacup. We found it spawned in one time. I think it was during bingo. Now this was like a year and a half ago at this point. Something like that. That was a crazy spot. I've never seen that before. The whatever tea is in the purple cup. Purple's burdock? Yeah. That's a crazy rare spawn. And I've yet to see it since. That was over in the cottages. By the entrance. Is it acorn coffee? No. I don't remember it being acorn coffee. I think it was burdock tea. shower rabbits? No? No shower rabbits. Shower rabbits only spawn in one place, idiot. Okay. That's another one off the list. Actually, this can spawn clothing too. Alright, last one. And then we can leave. Oh my god. The damn deer. Let me grab the leather that I left behind. Well, if I do have to come back here, I know at the very least there is some leftover food in some of these houses that I did not even bother, containers that have food in it. I did not bother to loot. Alright, last soda. No more sodas after this, unless I really need them. Let's get rid of this. I guess since we're gonna probably do some cooking up in the tower. Maybe I can grab some of the firewood I just left back there. Yeah, the firewood would be more efficient than the sticks I just picked up. Okay. Is it only me or left or with cups of coffee and tea are kind of wait, what? Oh. Are the cups of coffee and tea kind of sus? They are kind of sus. How long did it stay there? No idea. I don't think there's a confirmed time frame between Wintermute and survival, but it's probably at least a few weeks. I don't think coffee cups and tea cups just kind of disintegrate. You know? I don't think that's how physics works. They would stay there indefinitely. I'm sure eventually the liquid would vaporize over time, very slowly. But no, it would stay there forever. The coffee cup, at least. I'm sure eventually the liquid inside would, yeah, vaporize. It's definitely not long enough for it to have vaporized. I think that's an improvement. I don't know. I don't know if they should have gone bad by now. So, because there's one thing that is weird about the coffee and the tea is they have a lot of calories in them. Coffee and tea shouldn't have any calories in it. At most, like half a calorie maybe. Those things naturally don't have sugar in it or calories in general. So, motherfucker. The reason why they have calories is probably because they add sugar to the, you know, mix in the bag, in the tea bag, coffee bag, whatever you want to call it, coffee grinds, is so that the people that buy it, ooh, actually that might come in handy, they don't have to worry about buying sugar, because remember we're in a place where they don't have a lot of money, and so they're buying the bottom of the barrel items of food that probably barely meet, you know, minimum standards for food, health, and nutrition. These probably come pre-packed with sugar already in it so that they don't have to buy the sugar. You know, it's a special blend. We're probably not going to see Big Moose Kicks in Harmont because this is specifically for places like this. A lot of these foods probably won't show up in Harmont, in Black Rust. But Raphael did said some of them will come back. Peaches, Pinnacle Peaches might be one of the ones that comes back. I think I remember in the diner scene, I noticed something else, food-wise, but I don't remember in the diner screenshot from Steam. But yeah, a lot of these foods are especially made for places like this. So they're probably made for convenience, mass-produced, so they're very low quality, but they barely meet the standards for what is food. So I'm not surprised where those calories are probably just sugar that's added in for the tea and the coffee. Now, I don't know about rose hips or mushrooms or burdock or birch bark and acorns too. I'm assuming they have calories in them. Please go. So maybe that's where those calories are coming from, because it's different, I guess. It's not coffee and green tea. It's, you know, rose hips, which is a fruit. It might have sugar in it. Mushroom should have calories in it. Birch bark, I'm not sure. I have no idea where the calories are coming from that. And same with the acorns. They might have some carbs in it. I have no idea. Burdock would definitely have some calories. But the only explanation for tea and regular coffee is they add sugar. Yeah, that is actually kind of sad. I agree. It's a sad detail when you notice that her chair is knocked over and she's gone. What I'm doing right now is very dangerous. I want to go up there, but I don't know if this bear is here. And I can't hear anything right now. Okay, we're gonna risk it. We're gonna go up there to the watchtower and spend the night there. I didn't grab any of the firewood. Oh well. Ooh, fingers crossed the bear is not. Oh, it rendered in finally. All right, we're not going up to the watchtower. Screw that. I'll make tea in Thompson's Crossing then. Jesus H. Oh, and this headwind. Oh, no. Yeah, this lumpy spawn is probably one of the worst ones in the game. I am so glad I noticed it before it started charging. Or, you know, saw me, I guess. Yeah, I don't know how long it would take for coffee and tea to get moldy, but it would happen eventually. We are in a cold environment. Even inside of buildings, the air is cold enough to so that maybe mold doesn't grow. That might be the explanation. It won't last forever, though, that's for sure. It would eventually mold up when it warms up, or vaporize with time. Hello, bear. Yep. Hello, bear, indeed. Oh, so you're saying they're used to. Oh, so there could still be wolves here. Because I have seen wolves in this area. See, I don't want to bother with this. I'd love to climb up, but I don't think that second rope up there is there. Yeah, I guess we'll skip the watchtower then. We could just make the teas in Thompson's Crossing. That's where I definitely need to make teas, because it won't be warm enough. I might still need better clothing. Let me drink a little coffee. Hopefully whoever's coffee cup that wasn't eating meat before, you know, the end of the world. Before they abandoned their cup of coffee. I get fuzzballs and lumpies all the time here. Oh, well, good. I don't see any fuzzballs right now. Oh, the wind. This is so annoying. Yeah, no watchtower. There's no point. I was gonna go up that way, but the bear's in the way. If I go from up here, it's kind of just like backtracking, and there's no point. I could just sleep in the cave, and I can make the teas in Thompson's Crossing. Oh dear, thank goodness. It will miss me. Are you talking about the watchtower or Lumpy, the bear? I actually don't know. Someone needs to do noisemaker science. I'm sure someone has. Probably Zach. Zach's probably made that video like that. Well, now that I have access to the mods and the dev console, I could spawn in an animal and spawn in noisemakers. I've been having a lot of fun trying to learn how to dev console. It's interesting for sure, but for the stream end, we will be doing the long development eventually. Again, technically. But this time it'll stick around because I have a separate set of game files to play the mods with. And they won't be broken when it updates because it's technically not the Steam version of the game. It's like a separate version. Zach, we need you. Zach probably already made it. Don't bother Zach about it. Zach's busy. Zach's busy with other things. Interviewing game developers and focusing on family for the most part. Science with Toasty. I used to be a science major. I guess technically a game design was under the science department, so the degree. Because there is some computer science involved. But science major as in like what you would consider to be a normal science, like biology, chemistry. In my case, it was geology. So I feel like we should reclassify computer science and computer science adjacent degrees into a different type of degree. I feel like it should be called like BCS instead of BS. Like Bachelor of Computer Science. Something like that. I don't know. Computer science being lumped in with science is weird, but that is specifically, it's a nitpick with the way we like create degree programs. Because like computer science gets lumped in with science and math and all that. But whatever. I don't care. I'm not in school anymore. Now that I think about it, we don't have a lot of food right now. Because a lot of it is uncooked. So we gotta be careful here. Let's get some vitamin C. Good night, Nadia. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Tell Kitty we love Kitty. Kirk Raphael interview, yes. He's already... Oh my god, Castle. He's already said it. They're gonna let it happen naturally. They're not gonna bother Raphael about it. Raphael is gonna have to reach out if Raphael notices the Survivor's Corner. Hopefully that happens someday. Hopefully. Oh yeah, how's that video doing? By the way, if you didn't notice, I have released my first The Long Dark Lore video in like 3 months. Like, it's technically not new lore, but it's a lore video. Oh, doing pretty good. Okay, good. So yeah, check that out at some point. It's a long one. It took me a while to make. Technically, I've been working on it since September of last year. Because I started writing it in September. And then it got pushed and pushed and pushed. It was supposed to come out in November. That didn't happen. Episode 5 didn't come out in December. And then I got sick in January. I also was sick in... Wasn't I sick in like November or something like that? I was sick in November as well. Oh no, I got sick in December. Or, sorry. God, I'm naming every month of the year besides the month. October. I came back from Mexico and I got really sick in October. I remember that. I don't remember what it was. It was like a flu or something like that. It was pretty bad. Yeah, it's an updated lore video. There was a previous version of it. This one's updated, so it includes everything about the Far Territory, including regions and topics I didn't talk about last time. But yeah, that is going to be my last The Long Dark video for a little bit, because I want to focus on Raft. I want to just rapid fire get those out, because they're much shorter, much easier to make. And I want to finish that series. Ideally, I don't think I'm going to finish it, but I want to get most of the videos done before episode 5. And there's like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 videos left in that series at the very least. So I want to try to get most of those out before March 31st. Because starting March 31st, we'll be doing the Long Dark videos again. You stayed sick, so I lost track. You stayed sick? No, I got sick again. What are you talking about, stayed sick? See, I'll drink the sodas if I find them like this. Yes, the hypes do seem to help a lot. Some of my bigger videos from like the last 6 months, or whenever they added hyping, have a lot of hype points. I don't know if that's just, you know, a coincidence, or if it's actual, like, correlation does equal causation. I'm not entirely sure. Which cave am I in? Oh, I'm on the, okay, I'm going the wrong. I'm on the other side. I'm dumb. I thought I was on the side with the, stim spawn, which I hope is what I get. I really hope I get the stim spawn. But I'm already carrying a lot of water. No, but I'll just drink them. Like, if I spot them like I just did. If I come across a soda like that, I'll drink them. Plus, I needed to eat and drink still. But I'm not going to take them with me. Oh, another lantern. Methinks that guy got pinned by that board of that piece of wood. I don't know. Looks like a case of cold-blooded murder to me. Put on the claw. Nope, can't eat that. Take an extra bullet. Don't need too many. I just need, you know, enough. Actually, too many. We just need a can full to scare wolves. That's it. We don't need enough to kill a wolf army. We just need enough to scare them. Alright, fingers crossed I get the stem. Hold on. Whoops. Yeah, I don't know why hyping is so, like, unpredictable in terms of how many points it gives. But sometimes when I hype a video, it gives, like, a few hundred points, and sometimes it's, like, thousands of points. I don't know why. I'm confused on how the feature works. Ooh, I got the stem. So, I'm gonna guess MREs are off limits. Because odds are it has meat. Great. Meets all technical requirements to be considered real food. See, that's what all of this is. All of this, the package stuff, I mean, meets all the technical requirements to be considered food. Real food. That's what it is, basically. These, we're basically just eating MREs, but in separate packages. With the exception of, like, the fresh foods, meats, and all that. Okay. Let me rest an hour. I got the cramp on so we can get down from the hill safely. Although I did learn you can kind of brute force your way down without breaking an ankle. And without crampons. It is possible. Get a little resting point here, obviously. But I was able to run down at a specific angle. I think it's like if you angle it that way towards these trees without the crampons, you can make it. And then once you like level out enough, you can just run. And look at that. No sprained ankle, although it did have crampons, so. That's a lumpy over there. Ugh. Gee, I hope I don't panic shoot a wolf by accident. I tend to do that sometimes. I'll just grab it, because I want to replace the antiseptic bottle with these. So in my stories, a silent alarm leads to a guy hanging in a tree, and I quote, "He missed the landing zone." What? Okay, we got a wolf up ahead. Let me get closer and then shoot. Although from this distance, it can absolutely see me and start chasing after me. Grab a drink. Ooh. Still cold. Doesn't taste great. That's fine. It's really just water. That's all I want it for. That worked, but it went the way I need to go. Let me just go around at this point. I do hear wolves over here. This is going to be risky. We are in Timberwolves country, so we got to be careful. I don't think we'll be crossing through Timberwolf territory. I think they removed some of the Timberwolf spawns in this area too, in the farm fields. Because I remember running into some Timberwolves between Molly's house and the big barn. I haven't seen that since they changed the wildlife spawn, so they might have updated. They might have updated that. But I know there's some up by Skeeter's Ridge, so I gotta be careful up there. The sub count of a channel affects the amount of high points? Okay. I know that bigger channels cannot get hypes. Like, it's like channels that are in the hundreds to thousands to tens of thousands of subs. I think above 100,000 you might not be eligible. I don't know why I did that. Why did I pick that up? I'll search it for food, but kind of already like at my limit for how much I can carry. I think it's the Dark Walker video. It had like tens of thousands of high points. I don't remember how many exactly, but that video did so well. I don't know why it did so well. I couldn't even time it for Halloween. I planned to do that, but I couldn't because I got sick. That's what happened. That's when that happened. I got sick around Halloween. I was gonna get that out in time for Halloween. The video just naturally did so well because it's the Dark Walker. I guess the people love the Dark Walker. Alright, I don't think can openers are vegan. Anyone know if can openers are vegan? They certainly aren't teeth safe. I'll tell you that. I know that from personal experience. Just don't ask how or why. I know that. Why is there a fuse in there? The hell? The less subs you get more high points? Oh, well, I'll start paying attention to that then. whenever I hype a smaller channel. Good night, all. Thank you, Kirk. I appreciate it. Have a good night. There we go. Oh, that's only 1 and 1? Oh, I thought they were 2 and 1. Huh. I do kind of find it weird that there's no community center, like, med kit? Emergency med kit or something like that? So I did end up picking up the recipe card here, but unfortunately that one is... It is vegan. It's just impossible to make at the moment, and not even worth it. It's the scam stew. I call it the Thompson Scamily stew, because you get less calories out of it compared to the ingredients that you put in, which is wild. Well, I could have used you like an hour ago. Oh shoot. I gotta figure out what am I gonna do for the safe house. Should I just do transfer pass? That might be the easiest one to do. But I feel like a lot of people are gonna do that one. I kinda wanna be maybe... I don't know. Try to be a little original, but... Because you're limited to 4 days to capture all your pictures. So I have to do safe house stuff before then. So I should maybe start grabbing stuff later on. Maybe when we get to Broken Railroad, I can grab what I can from the lodge and bring it over to Transfer Pass. Set it all up beforehand. I think that's why you have unlimited time before you get the Sunder Pass. That's the time when you should be doing your safe house stuff for the photo. I don't want to do Broken Railroad for that. I think we're just going to do... I'm trying to think of the options we have. We have the cabin. Ooh, I kind of want to do one in Sunder Pass. We should do one of the little lodges, the emergency shelters. I think that'd be kind of adorable and cozy. Oh, but the walls in that are angled, so you wouldn't be able to put decorations. We do have the lonely cabin at the bottom of the region. I'm just thinking of the potential spots. We have a Vale Station, of course. Trying to think of what else. What other like nice and cozy cabins that we can build in a safe house in? Yeah, the triangle frame shelters. I don't think that's gonna be a good idea. I would love to, but we can't use mods to use like place everywhere or anywhere. Because I should have grabbed more coal. Those the walls in that are angled. You won't be able to place anything on it. So I don't think it's gonna work, unfortunately. There. Just dump that in there. I'm just thinking ahead of time, like what location we can use. But the options are kind of limited. We could do idle camp, but I don't know which one we would do. Hello, Game Taste Tester. Welcome. How are you doing? What is this new challenge? This is a community-made one by the folks at the Lone Dark Challenges. It's a website you can go to. It's called Anna the Vegan. It's a tournament as well, so there's rewards to this. So we're kind of role-playing essentially as a character named Anna. She is a vegan because she has a meat allergy. She can also not consume anything made of animals. So she can't like have any cheese or milk or whatever. But we are vegan. We're also a pacifist. We can't hurt animals. We are also asthmatic. So we can't breathe in the fumes of, like, say, an open fire. This one's fine because it's fully enclosed and it's ventilated. We can use these 6-slot stoves. We can use a potbelly stove, but we cannot use like a fire barrel or a campfire or a fireplace, because those are not fully enclosed. They're not properly ventilated. I guess the fireplace is ventilated, but it's not enclosed. So breathing in the fumes is part of the challenge. You don't want to do that, so that's why those things are off limits. Torches and flares also off limits. Accelerants off limits because of the asthma. So this is a rare chance for me to be able to cook. This is the first time I've lit a. Is this the first time I lit a fire? No, I lit one in what's it called? The lighthouse, the potbelly. But this is the first time I'm cooking in this challenge, because we can only eat certain foods. I'm just trying to turn all these teas into water, or teas, all these tea ingredients into waters, teas, whatever. You know what I mean. Oh, they're done. But yeah, it's not terrible so far. I'm having a blast. It's very refreshing to try something new. This is making me want to retry my version of vegan, which is definitely more strict than this. Because we're not really vegan for moral reasons. We are vegan for health reasons. Because she can't eat meat or any animal products because of a deadly allergy. So she can wear, we can wear leather, we can wear wool and fleece clothing. That's fine. You can use leather, you just can't eat it physically. Whereas my vegan challenge was so strict where I couldn't use certain clothing types because of the material that it's made with. And I actually had to like look up real world equivalents for some of these foods because they don't have the ingredients listed. But they make some exceptions for things in this. Like honey is fine. It's not pure vegan. It's just no animal products or meat. So honey is fine, which is something I would restrict in my challenge, my version. The airline meals and the potato chips technically aren't vegan because they have potato product and there's a really good chance they have milk in it. It's not listed on the those items' ingredients or the what's it called? The flavor text, the description. But technically that's a risk, but we're just role playing here. It's not like a major concern. Might actually need water. Drop the sodas. We're just gonna turn all of our teas into water. Lonely lighthouse, just like me, lonely. Oh no. We got depressed castle. I don't know if I like depressed castle. Oh, I should probably make some coffees too. I might have overdone it on the fire. That's fine. Oh, there we go. Potatoes ready. But yeah, even with the food restrictions, I when I did my vegan challenge, I learned that a lot of the foods in the game are already vegan. Like most of the prepackaged and canned foods are. Well, not the canned foods. I think there's more meat-based canned foods, but the prepackaged foods, a lot of them are already vegan. So it's not that difficult. But we do have a second component to this. We are trying to reach Sundered Pass and get the camera there, and we're kind of doing like a little photography challenge added to this, where we have 3 different categories we have to submit to. I think we have to submit for all 3 of them, so I might cheese the safe house one, just make something to submit. I don't care if I win it or not, it's fine. But the other 2, one is about animals, capturing animals in the photo, and then the other one is nature, just having a nice little vista or environmental view for that one. Those 2 I'm more interested in. I will probably cheese the safe house one, but I think you still need to submit technically, so I will plan on doing that. we were talking about it earlier, the potential safe house locations. And yeah, it's gonna be kind of hard to find one that we can do, because we can do the safe house stuff before, because we don't have a time limit until we get to Center Pass. Once we get to Center Pass, we have 4 days to get all of our pictures done. So we should maybe, oh yeah, so then make sure we should maybe do our safe house outside of Center Pass then. I know this is not in the challenge rules, but I feel like Ash Canyon and Zone of Contamination should be off limits for this challenge because of the ash in the air, the fumes from that, and then the chemicals in the zone. Those should be like instant, instant death, essentially, for Anna. It's not in the rules though, but I don't think we should do Zone of Contamination. So our options are kind of limited. We could do the paddock in the airfield, which is a weird one. I know, it's a trailer. But we could probably make it nice looking. We could do Transfer Pass, the Vale Station. I feel like a lot of people are going to do that one. Because it's like right there. It's super easy to set up. It's in a peaceful region. Or we could do... I don't know if I want to do Broken Railroad. I don't know if I want to do the Hunting Lodge. That seems like a lot of work. I want to do a small location. A small building. We could do a prepper cache. Ooh. Here's a thought. I will check the prepper caches for Mystery Lake. Oh wait, can we use rope climbs? Don't we have asthma? Would climbing ropes be a problem for Anna? We'll stay here for the rest of the night. I don't know if that's the case. I feel like that would actually be problematic. An intense aerobic exercise would probably trigger an asthma attack, right? I actually don't know. I don't know if it was in the rules. So I was thinking, I'll check the prepper caches for Mystery Lake if I can do that. And actually, never mind. I don't want to. I was gonna say, use a stocked prepper cache, but I don't think that would be fair, and also that might not count. I wasn't gonna just straight up use what's already there. I was gonna add more to it. I was gonna add more stuff to it. But no, now that I think about it, I don't want to do that. That's too cheap. It's really feeling like we're gonna be limited to either something in Thunder Pass, which means that we need to make it. We need to set that up after we get there, and our time limit starts. Or somewhere outside. The airfield is going to be our best option. Or we do Transfer Pass, Vale Station. Because I don't know if I want to leave the far territory in order to get that picture taken. That's going to be really risky. Because we only have 4 days to do it. So if we did Trapper's Cabin, we have 4 days to do it, obviously, to get back to Trapper's. But also we need to take the other pictures as well, the other two. We need to time our entrance to Thunder Pass perfectly. We need to make sure it's early in the day, so that we have plenty of daylight to get to the weather station. And that way we don't waste too much time. And unfortunately, from the main entrance in Transfer Pass, the way to the weather station either direction is very long. No matter which way you go, but if you go left or right, it's a very long process. It's really just a future me problem, but I feel like I need to start thinking about this. What is going to be our safe house? I almost don't want to do Vale Station, because I feel like most people are going to do Vale Station. I want to do something different. I wanted to do one of those the triangle shelters, or whatever they're called. The emergency shelters in Thunder Pass. But that means we gotta wait until we get to Thunder Pass to do that. And our clock is ticking at that point. Alright. Let's get out of here. So it is kind of risky if we wait until we get to Thunder Pass. Because then we gotta get there, get the camera and set up our safe house, obviously. This is quite a dilemma. It's either that or we go down into the airfield, which is quite a process. Which is kind of why I want to do the Junker's Paddock, maybe. But it's a trailer, so there's only so much you can do to make that look better. Alright, we really don't need food. I think we're good on... Well, let me just grab the snacks. I'm gonna do this. Nothing. No wolves. Okay. Nope, I hear one over there. Okay. I just want to grab the snack foods. Nothing heavy. Yeah, I would also like to avoid going up to the plateau area, where all the timber wolves are. That would be ideal. Potato. Thank you for later. Really, I should be avoiding cooking as much as possible because it is a time waster. But the oats are so helpful. It's vegan and easy to cook. We can make it now at level 1 cooking. Maybe we should avoid the potatoes. Yeah, I'll take the carrots because those don't require cooking. I think it's too cheap if it works. Maybe I'll set up a poll when we get to the point in this challenge where we are. That's technically vegan, I guess. Ooh, nice. Where I'm at the point where I need to start preparing for the safe house component. I will put up a poll in the chat and let you guys vote. But at the very least, it's got to be in the far territory. I don't want to do it in Lower Great Bear, because I don't want to have to come back. So I think the options really are just Vale Station, Junker's Paddock, or one of the shelters, or the abandoned house in Thunder Pass. But again, Timberwolves. Maybe not the Thunder Pass. Abandoned house. The Lonely Lodge, Lonely Cabin, I think is what it's called. I think that's fair game. There's no Timberwolves down there. One of the shelters is accessible without having to deal with Timberwolves. So that's another option. That's another option. We just gotta prepare ahead of time. I don't want to go down to the airfield, but because there's a lot of wolves at the airfield itself. And it's a long way down. Coming back up isn't that bad. You can avoid wolves. I think I know what I want to do now. Hear me out. What if we transform the baggage claim building and make it look nice? Make it look like it's still functioning. Like, add some decorations that fit the theme, you know, baggage claim. which I don't know what we can add for that. I have no idea. We might need woodworking tools, though, which is kind of concerning. Which would mean we have to rope climb, which... it's bothering me. Let me look it up. Can we rope climb for this challenge? I feel like the answer is no, but I don't remember reading anything about that. No mods, no save scaling. No, it doesn't mention anything about that. Maybe that's just not how asthma works. I don't know. This would be a great picture right here. Look at that. For the environmental photo. Beautiful view. That's definitely something that I could take a picture of. Beautiful sunrise or sunset. But maybe add something else to it. I don't know. Like a specific location. Like the one that I took in Bleak Inlet at the lighthouse. Whatever it's called. Broken Lighthouse. With the moon overhead and there was a flare on the ground. Obviously we can't do the flare. But like that was a really good view of the lighthouse. That was awesome. Hello, bunny. Another bunny over there. It's not cold enough to where I'm losing 3 ticks of warmth, so maybe we just skip this and book it straight to Molly's house. I think there's a good clothing spot, so we're gonna go there anyways to warm up. But Signal Hill for sure has a good clothing spot. Okay, okay. We're going the long way around. We're gonna warm up here. Remember earlier when I mentioned the Timberwolves spawn in the middle of this field? Yep. About shit my pants just now. We can't deal with Timberwolves. Now that I think about it. Like, in a legal way, in order to not fail the challenge, not be disqualified. We can't deal with the Timberwolves in any way. We just gotta tank the damage or run. Or both. Running into Timberwolves is a death sentence in this. I don't think a flare gun's gonna scare them. Oh, I guess you could use noisemakers. Doesn't kill them. I don't have any, so it doesn't matter. Flare gun though. Flare gun would be the only option. It's not quite a death sentence. Right now it is until I find one. Which, there could be a spawn here. There could be a spawn in Signal Hill. That's unfortunate. What are they doing in Pleasant Valley? Oh, look at that. I'll take that. Yeah, I can afford to bring that. They got added during the wildlife refresh. Also, lead. Scrap lead. That's so weird. How'd that get there? Soda. Okay, we'll rest here, warm up a bit, maybe for an hour or two. Maybe the Timbies despawn. Maybe not. But we shall see. We shall see. Were you not aware about the wildlife refresh and those changes? Caden? Okay, there's no point in checking there. Yeah, because there's Timberwolves in a lot of regions now. Did they migrate or not, or whatnot, or did they make Pleasant Valley Timber region? So there's still legacy Timberwolf regions where there's a lot of them, but there's fewer Timberwolves in those regions. Sometimes you'll get regular wolves instead of Timberwolves, but it's not very common. You'll still see both, but you're gonna see less Timberwolves in those legacy regions. What's it called? Thunder Pass. Timberwolf Central. There's a million Timberwolves there in the upper plateau. Some of the previously Timberwolf-less regions now have Timberwolf spawns, but it's random. It's specific spawns that will sometimes be Timberwolves, sometimes be regular wolves, or neither. But there's a spawn there in the middle of this field, right in the middle of Pleasant Valley, and there's one up by Skeeter's Ridge. I'm not sure about any other spawns. Hold on, let the lumpy spawn in case if it's here. Oh, this weather is worse than earlier. So yeah, in these other regions, there are Timberwolf spawns, but it's not always guaranteed. Oh, they're to my left. That's the way I need. Well, I can go around. I can go the long way around. I just can't let Lumpy sneak up on me. They're over there. Oh, this is the birch forest. Okay, yeah, we gotta go around. We gotta go towards the river. Oh boy. Yeah, technically this is a Timberwolf region in Wintermute, but it's because they wanted to implement the Timberwolves in Wintermute. It doesn't make sense to have them in episode 3 for some reason. They are. They should have just released them with Blackrock, but whatever. Wait, so... Oh yeah, I guess Bleak Inlet was already out by then, right? Damn, so it's weird. There was a point in time where there was only one workbench, and it was Bleak Inlet. That's so weird. So that was the only Timberwolf region back during episode 3. Besides, you know, Pleasant Valley in episode 3. But that's different. I think Pleasant Valley, oh god, episode 3 is a better way of showing the Timberwolves, but it felt like it was scripted. Like, they should be in every region, but the rarity should change from region to region. I don't know about coastal regions having Timberwolves, but you know what? That's not stopping them from taking over Bleak Inlet. It's like a fucking gang of wolves over there. Holy shit. You can kind of see it on the left. We got really lucky by spotting them before they spotted me. We're gonna skip Pills McGee because we don't really need pills. Yeah, there's still an ice block in here. Oh god. Wouldn't it be easier to sneak through ZOC and go through Frosty? It wouldn't be that much easier. I know it's not in the rules, but I feel like I want to avoid ZOC because the same with Ash Canyon because of the asthmatic part. It's not in the rules, but I think for my own sake. Thought I heard something. I'm gonna avoid those regions because of the chemical fumes and the smoke. I think it should be part of the rules, but it's not. And I don't want to go to ZOC just for woodworking tools. Oh, are you talking about wait, what are you talking about? You talking about the woodworking tools or what? Ugh, face. Okay. Let's check to see if I was correct. I feel like there is a good clothing spawn here. I don't know if it's guaranteed. Yeah, this is something that's sadly it's not new. It's been in the game for a year since part 6 of the expansion, which is over a year old now. Yeah, there's some regions with timberwolves now. Not every region though, but some of them. Ah, look at that. Oh, I did get this, right? Sorry, Christmas sweater. Mackinac, perfect. Go through ZOC to go to the ice cave to get to the weather station. No, I still have to go through Frosty. Frosty is on the Sundered Pass side of the ice cave. Frosty's still going to be a problem. So that would be 2 degrees. Fully repaired. This is 1.5 and 1. This is 1.5, yeah. Yeah, we should put this one on. These are good pants. I definitely need to repair everything while I have the ability to get all this cloth. So let me grab all this cloth. What time is it? Okay. I think we'll get to Signal Hill and that's where we're going to end it. Since we're kind of right next door. I want to check the barn to see if there's a good clothing item there in that secret loot spot. Which is not too secret, but you know what I mean. Not a lot of people know about it because it's kind of hidden. But I feel like it doesn't specify that you can't use animal products for like clothing. You just can't eat them. But if it spawns the rabbit skin hat, I think that's fair game. But I'm kind of scared that it's not. I know the rules say nothing about it, so. I was already in here. I think it's fine if it spawns. So if it spawns, I'm going to put it on, but I hope it doesn't get me disqualified. That would be really unfortunate if that's what caused it. I will need some regular water. Ooh. Yeah, low condition. I think technically the work gloves are better, right? It's 1 and 0.5. What is this? 1 and 0.5. More wetness protection, but less protection. Also, I don't know why gloves makes you slower. The only thing that should be making you slower are your pants and your shoes. And maybe your torso, so like your outer jackets. But why are my gloves slowing me down? That doesn't make sense. There's a lot of nitpicks I have about the game on certain systems. I'm glad though that oh my, what is happening here? From what Raphael hinted at when he replied to my video on some of my wish list features essentially for Black Frost, he did say that I think clothing is getting a bit of an overhaul, and I think medicine too. Those systems are particularly poorly designed. I think from at this point in the game's life cycle, it should have been overhauled at some point, but it sounds like it's going to be a lot better in Black Frost. I hope so. All right, I need to stop picking up food. Let me pick up food. Like the high calorie density snacks. Which I don't see any here. Oh, we're gonna read this then. Yeah, I don't want any of that. I don't want any of this. I don't even want to search for it anymore. I need to stop. I need to stop picking up food. I'm gonna drop this. And I'm gonna drop that. So let's chow down on some choco bars with nuts and a carrot. And let's wash it all down with a soda. Make that the healthiness of the carrot just kind of fade away into existence. We did use all those teas up though. That's good. The gas station simulator has a new DLC coming soon. Which one is it? I don't even remember which one it was. Oh, there's the basement. Hold on. Let me check for clothing down here. Stim? Oh yeah, how many of those do I have? I have one more there. 3. No, I need at least one more. Well, I can drop it now. I need one more at the very least. I should probably carry more though. We've been really lucky without with the wolf spawn so far, but my luck's gonna run out eventually. Drop that. Oh, it's the cloth. Got it. Let me check these. These got good stuff. Medical needs to be overhauled more than ever. Yeah, I agree. Medical just doesn't make sense in this game. Now I know that's worthless. Yeah. With the Mackinac around. That would be better, but... Okay. It does make me just a tiny bit slower. Okay, so what am I at right now? 33.94. 33.75. I don't know how that makes sense. The way that they set up the weight reduction for clothing that you put on is so weird. But it makes it so that heavier items... There we go. Makes it so that heavier items... wearing a heavier item makes your inventory way less, which is weird. It doesn't make sense, but whatever. I think I'm going to take all of those because we don't have a way to deal with a lot of these animals. In a way that doesn't get me disqualified, or this run disqualified. Why am I searching this? What is wrong with me? I assume the flare gun is fine. Technically there would be fumes coming from it, but I'm shooting it away from me. But I don't know. I'm kind of scared to use them. It doesn't say anything about flare guns. I'm just going to point it out. It doesn't say anything about the flare gun. It just says flare. That's it. Alright, that's it. We're done here. I'll read for the rest of the day and then go to bed, and then we'll head to Signal Hill and hopefully not die. Ooh, if I have to scare the bear with the flare gun, I gotta make sure I don't aim at the bear. I gotta, like, deviate to the left or right. Imagine if I accidentally hit the bear and it insta-kills it, and then I'm disqualified. Great. Oh, I left 2 calories of the carrot? What are the odds? I left the stem and nothing else. That's all that's left of this carrot. That's crazy. Num. Okay. Let's fix this. Let's fix whatever I can. Their next game, also their next game, I'm very hyped for. I am too, because I like the theme of that, the diner game more than I do of the gas station. Mostly because I've worked in the food industry, so I have some experience. Not that I've worked at a diner, but I'll just fix what I can. I'll bring the book with me to read along the way. That requires leather. Let's go for it. We got one. This is going to be the one to fail. I just know it. Nope. Wow. Lucky me. I'm not going to have enough time for this. Nope. Oh. Never say never, I guess. Motel simulator in the description. Wait, what? I thought their next game was a diner. Or is that a DLC that you're talking about? Got it. Bedtime. So the rate that this is going, I think we're gonna have 3 parts to this. One part got us to here, to Pleasant Valley. Part 2 will probably get to Vale Station. Part 3 we'll do the safe house first. So we'll go to the airfield, the what's it called? The words are hard and my brain is fried. We'll go to luggage claim. I might play around in the modded files on a different save to see the potential, you know? Spawn in a bunch of items, see what it looks like, and then obviously for the actual save file, this one, actually try to replicate it with whatever I find. Because the idea is I want to turn the luggage claim and make it look more lively, make it look like it's still running. Maybe just do like the front desk, like just make the front desk look nice. And it's just a photo, it doesn't need to be a video. Welcome back, Bellamy. That's all it is. It just needs to be a photo, a picture taken. Oh, I will need water. I just realized I'm like kind of low. I'm gonna grab Molly's toilet water. And she has 2 of them! So that 2 new games? Has Motel Simulator come out already? Because I thought their next simulator, I thought their next game was Diner Simulator. Shit. They're making a whole simulator universe. The gas station simulator universe. Extended universe. I feel like that wasted calories, but that's fine. Okay, I got my bedroll. Can we drop anything? Drop some of those. Clothing, we're good. I feel like we're overdoing it here in terms of food. This is why I gotta stop picking up sodas. I hope I can use the flare gun. I'm gonna be upset if I got disqualified for this. Because I think the idea is if you don't want to breathe in the fumes directly, the flare is right in front of you, right next to your nose. The same thing with the torch. But the flare gun, you're shooting it away. There shouldn't be any fumes for you to breathe in. Realistically. In the older lawn dark, there used to be a crib in the farmhouse, so did Molly have a kid? I think that was a remnant from the pre-Wintermute version of the house. I do remember seeing a crib here. But they removed it at some point. So no, I don't think she had a baby. That's just like from the pre-Wintermute version of this house. It's technically not called Molly's house. That's what I call it, because it's what it is. It's called the Pleasant Valley Homestead, I think. The name was just on screen. There it is. Pleasant Valley Farmstead. But it's Molly's house. But it was different at one point. I do remember being the house being a little different on the inside. Also, Pleasant Valley, Thompson's Crossing was very different before episode 3. Technically, Thompson's Crossing didn't exist. Recently, GrapeNut has been streaming some older The Lawn Dark. I think the earliest version of Wintermute, he went to where Thompson's Crossing would be. The town is not there. The area where the community center, the community hall is, that whole area doesn't have anything except for the rural store, I think. Oh, and I think there's one house where the community center was. But the rest of the town's like not there. On the other side of the bridge where all the ruined houses and all that are, like the foreclosed houses, those houses, I think some of them were there, but they were actually accessible. They changed it. So like Thompson's Crossing, the only original building I think from pre-Thompson's Crossing is the rural store. Everything else was new when they changed the town. But it didn't have a town name before technically. So I thought that was kind of cool how like Thompson's Crossing was added in later. It wasn't there originally. What do we have? A balaclava we can use. Hopefully you don't get grabbed by the hole in the floor here. Fuck off. Cause there's a hole in the floor here for some reason. The collision, at least. I feel like at some point the building shifted within the world space and the collision for the floor did not shift with it. Because there would be a hole technically there, but the plank is there. So if you got rid of the plank, you would fall through. I think that's what happened. What am I doing? This. That's cursed. Okay. Let's get out of here. No, there were regular houses there too. I didn't grab the water in Molly's place. Ooh. The closest place from here to a usable stove would be Molly's place. So I would have to backtrack. We gotta get water. We gotta go back. Yeah, because from here I'm going to Mystery Lake, obviously. You can't cook in Carter. You can't use the fire barrel. You can't make a campfire outside. And I guess the abandoned lookout has it Potbelly. Camp office has Potbelly stoves. And the 2-slot stove, that's also usable. Trapper's Cabin has the Potbelly 2-slot stove, technically. Those are the only places I'd be able to make water, I guess, in Mystery Lake. And that's kind of far from Carter. So I need to either grab the water here or make water. Okay, that's good. I think we gotta drop these. They're not very calorie dense anyways. There we go. Not the destroyed one. Well, if it did, it's no longer accessible. The other one. The abandoned lookout has one. I'm curious, in Molly's lore, we know she had her war with the wolves, but did she ever have a war with lumpies? Probably not. Are there even bears in episode 3? Another question. Are there even bears in Wintermute besides the old bear? Because it'd be weird if you played through episode 2 and trying to deal with a killer demonic bear. But then in episode 3 and 4, there's just regular bears. I'm not sure. I don't think I've ever seen a bear in Wintermute besides the old bear. Thought I heard something. No. We're good. Just a lot of ambient noises that make me uneasy. Oops. I was trying to crouch grab it. There's lumpies in episode 3? Oh, shit, I've never seen them before. Let's go around. Let's avoid the lumpy. The potential lumpy. I still don't know if I can use ropes. But I also don't know how asthma works, I guess. I think it's fine. I think it's like dust and fumes is what triggers an asthma attack, not exercising and losing your breath. Because otherwise they would have to make a rule in the game where you can't run, you can't sprint. Or the challenge, I guess. Oh yeah, there is a bear up there, isn't there, by the bridge in episode 1? You're right. Well, you know what? Fuck it. Let's climb the rope. It's not even in the rules, so I'm not gonna question it. Same thing with the flare gun, same thing with animal clothing. It doesn't say anything about it in the rules. Oh god. But Lumpy is your love. Lumpy is not my love in Stalker. Only in Wintermute. Or in episode... Words are hard. What I was trying to say is only in Pilgrim. There we go. Christ almighty. Oh yeah, but wouldn't the bear be friendly if you're playing like Green Survivor, whatever it's called? Not friendly, but it wouldn't attack you. Green Survivor is basically Pilgrim. I don't know why they didn't just use the same difficulty names. Like, very clearly, it's basically just Pilgrim, Voyager, and Stalker. But it's Voyager minus the grace period and Stalker, but a little harder. Like, they should just reuse those names. I heard a wolf. Also passed by some Tarmies. Some Wilsons. Oh, look at that! Wilson! Oh, that would have been an amazing shot right there. With the ptarmigan flying in front of the sun. Ooh, I gotta keep that in mind. Alright, I'm gonna shoot every so often. Just to warn everyone's ears, especially headphone wearers like me. Okay, there's one over there. We're going to be ending it here shortly, everyone. I appreciate everyone joining. Thank you so much. So many of you. Damn! A final reminder, since we're going to be ending it here in a bit, to go watch the History of the Far Territory video. Came out earlier today. Vegan with a gun? Oh no, I've been caught. Oh no, I'm about to be reported. Yeah, no, I'm only using it to scare animals. I'm only using it to scare animals. It's fine, it's fine. They didn't say anything about using guns to deter them. I'm not shooting them though. What was I saying? Yeah, the video. The History of the Far Territory video, which has been in the works since September 2025 and has been delayed by at least 2 months. Go watch it later today. It's about 29.5 minutes long. If you want to know all about the history of the Far Territory, even though some of it is technically speculated on based on real-world history, go check it out. I put a lot of love into that video, and I hope you enjoy it. That's going to be the Long Dark video for a little while. Because right now... Ooh, nice. That's a good find. For the time being, I will be focusing on Raft. And then when episode 5 rolls around, maybe I can get like a video out before then, like for Black Frost. I was also thinking about doing another Misconceptions video, since the last 2 did very well. Essentially the first 2. But, yeah. This will be the last one for a little while. We're going to be spending most of the next 2 months on Raft. I guess it's better than Mackinac. Is it? Oh yeah, we should put it in this slot. Oh yeah, Mackinac's better. Rip, Garrett, Parka, Urban Parka. Yeah, Urban Parka is more like a middle ground, I guess. Middle of the road clothing item for that slot. Ooh, emergency stim. We will probably take all of those when we find them. So let me save. I'll deal with the rest of the looting and inventory management next time. But that is it for this stream. We will continue this next week. Technically, we have till February the 20th to submit this. So we'll probably do this weekly, and I think we're gonna get 3 parts out of this. So the next part we'll probably get to Vale Station, hopefully, and then the final part will be all about the camera and taking the photos. But this was a blast. This is very fun, and honestly makes me want to replay my vegan challenge from a couple years ago, which is a lot more extreme than this one. It's a lot more. It's a lot stricter. More strict is not a word. All right. Yep. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I appreciate it. Make sure you leave a like on the live stream, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you haven't already. Go watch the history of the Far Territory video. Leave a like and a hype, which I think you can only do on mobile still. In the misconception video, can you put the Black Frost is not a direct sequel? Yeah, I'll put that in as like a bonus misconception. Yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you, Castle. I appreciate that. Yeah, I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's a game developer stream. We're gonna start those. We're gonna start doing those again. And I'm excited for that because I've been wanting to get back into the rhythm of doing those. All right, bye everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. More of the Long Dark on